The overlapping of the drawings is also essential in reading the drawings. When you read the drawings for discrepancies, this overlapping is mostly used. So hello and welcome back to AutoCAD tutorials. In today's session, we are going to see how we can use AutoCAD in taking off quantity for gypsum. So for that, what we have to do first is we have to overlap the two drawings, that is our architectural drawing and RCC drawing. So how we can do that is, here is our RCC drawing, sorry, architectural drawing, and I have kept my RCC drawing ready over here. So as you can see that we want to copy our beam numbers and beam in our drawing. Now what's the use of copying? I will show you when I will overlap these drawings. So first let us check what is the layer of this line. So this line is made under JW beam layer. So we will give a quick select. You know how we have to do quick select. So now I will select here, since it's a line, I will select line, then layer, then in layer I will go under JW beam and press OK. Now it has been selected. Now I will do a right click. Just don't just do CO copy, do right click. The selection has been gone. I will select it again. Q select line from here, and layer is equal to JW beam, then OK. Now do a right click, go on clipboard and select copy with base point. Now select a specific base point. For example, I am selecting this corner of column as base point. Now go in our RCC drawing. Now again give a right click over here, again go on clipboard and select as paste. Now it will ask me for an insertion point. I will specify the same insertion point as my base point. Now you can see our drawing has been overlapped. Now what is the benefit of doing this is that, as you can see, wall has taken a periphery of this edge, and we have a beam over here. As you can see, this is the beam over here. So while calculating the quantity of gypsum, there was a chance that we may miss out the sides of these two beams, right? So now I will also copy beam numbers for my better understanding. So how we will do that? Quick select. For first go and check what is the properties of this particular thing. So it's a text. You can see it's a text made under layer JW beam number. So that's enough for me. I will give a quick select, text, then I will go on layer, then I will select JW beam number and give OK. Now, sorry, once again, quick select, choose text from here, go on layer, JW beam number, OK. So again it has been copied. Now again do a right click, clipboard, copy with base point, select a base point and just place this again on the same base point. The overlapping of the drawings is also essential in reading the drawings. When you read the drawings for discrepancies, this overlapping is mostly used. So this is very important concept. Please do practice this for 2-3 times so that you will get completely cleared about how to overlap the drawings. Now, what do you have to do after overlapping? We have to just give a polyline, turn around here, the periphery along which we have to apply gypsum, which I have kept ready over here in this drawing. You can see we have overlapped our RCC drawing here as well, and I have rotated our polyline in layer gypsum. You can see here gypsum layer, and I have rotated the polyline. Okay. Again, we have to copy this polyline separately, and oops, you can see here one red colored rectangles over here, which is not shown here. What are that? Those rectangles basically are the sides for the beams where walls are not present. So I will just make another layer, gypsum beam side, as you can see, and I will just make rectangle here on the faces of the beams where we don't have running walls. we have walls from here, so we won't consider the further part. Now again, in this beam B22, B22 travels from this wall to this column point, but we have wall from this point till this column. So what about this area? We will again take a rectangle on this area. I am using object snap trackings for this because that becomes very useful. Now again, in this beam 171, we have walls here and here. We have no walls here, so I will make a rectangle here as well. So in this way, my rectangles are completed and I have copied those rectangles here as well. So now what we have to do is, as we know, gypsum are applied on walls as well as ceiling. So what we have to do, you can see here I have written something in running meter and square meter. These are the total running meter of this polyline and area enclosed within this polyline. Similarly, this 14.3 running meter is total running length of this polyline and 12 square meter is the area enclosed within this polyline. I have noted down this for all and you know how to note it. If not, I will show you again. Click on this polyline, press LI, that is list, enter. Now you can get from here area as well as your perimeter. Perimeter is 19.1 and area is 15.27. Now, as you know, polyline has not been traced through these beams, therefore we have made rectangles so that we can measure the length of beam sides. Can you see this? We have measured the length of beam sides. Now after doing this, again we will go under a Excel. Now what we can do is, you know how to write descriptions. I have shown in previous video of external plaster and block work. If not, you can go and see that video as well. So first we have taken bedroom 4.3 by 3.05. So I will show you. This is bedroom 4.3 by 3.05. So how we have proceeded is, first we have taken walls. Here we have given an input of length of the polylines. Here is the floor to floor height. And I have considered the slab depth as 0.12, that is 120 mm throughout. I have not taken any kind of variation just to make the concept more easier. So now from here, the height on which gypsum will be applied will be 3.1 minus the slab depth. Why we have not considered beam depth here? Because when you will see here, I will again go in the overlap drawing. You can see I have traced this line, so this beam side is automatically traced with this polyline. So there is no need of deducting beam side. I will just deduct slab depth. So here comes the area, height into length. Now again ceiling is directly given in area, so I have directly taken area. Now the beam sides which were left, let us see in the drawing. So here are those beam sides. Here as well we have a beam side. I have not made over here, but I have shown here. Can you see this? 0.85 and 2.4. Two sides for this 2.4, two sides for this 0.85. That is shown here. Two sides for 2.4, two sides for 0.85. And what will be the total height? I have assumed the beam depth as 700 mm throughout, and so 0.7 minus the slab depth will give you the depth of beam. So here comes area. Now again we have to do the deductions as per our polyline. Since W1 is with this polyline, W1 will be deducted, here D1 will be deducted, here D2 will be deducted. Also we can see in this drawing as well, D2 is deducted, D1 is deducted, and this window 1 is deducted. So the same thing is shown here. Since it is a deduction, it has been preceded with a negative sign. Similarly, we will calculate this for each and every rooms. I have kept this ready beforehand. So by this, we get the total quantity of the gypsum required as 292 square meter. Now we order gypsum in terms of bags, right? We will order gypsum in terms of bag. So there is one standard thumb rule, or you can say it is given by the manufacturers on their brochures, that how much square feet of area a single bag of gypsum can cover with a specified thickness. That assumption I have made over here. Area coverage by one bag of 25 kg gypsum is 21 to 22 square feet for 12 mm thickness. So since it is 21 to 22 square feet of the coverage area, I have taken more or less, because I have taken 20 lesser than 21, because there might be some undulations, there might be some kind of wastage. So this wastage is under 3%, and more than 3% wastage is not allowed on site as well. So I have taken the wastage of 3%. So it comes as 20 square feet of coverage. So I have converted this 292 into square feet. You can see here formula is displayed. We have multiplied by a factor of 10.764. Now the coverage is 20 square feet. So what we have done, we have divided this total area in square feet with this 20. So we have got the total number of bags of gypsum required for that particular work. So in this way we carry out the work of quantity gypsum. If you have any kind of doubt, you can do mention in the comment box, and please do like, share and subscribe if you like this video. We will come up with more such videos in which we will see how AutoCAD is used to reduce our work. Thank you.